Welcome, welcome everybody. I'm Nancy Thompson, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Skaneateles, New York, and I welcome you to my channel. I love to inspire creativity. I love to leave you inspired so you go into your craft area and create and share all those beautiful things with others. So today we are doing a fun fold today using a note card, which is really cool. It makes a simple and easy way to show off some of this scenic designer paper. The Splendid Autumn is what we're going to use today, and really this design can be used with any of the scenic papers and a lot others as well. So, but the scenic works great. We are gonna use the Grove dies today to create a window for our card. So welcome Shirley and Carol. Happy Friday. I know, I can't believe Friday is here already. The week has flown on by. And I still have a lot to do on my to-do list. So, okay, let's get started. My phone is like ringing off the hook right now. So hopefully they stop calling. Okay, so here is this beautiful scenic or splendid autumn designer paper. We've used it before, and I love that there's a scene on the front and then some really generic paper on the back side. And every single scene is totally different that Stampin' Up! Has created. The artists actually hand draw these scenes, so it makes them just one-of-a-kind designer paper that we have. So they're all just so beautiful, and the possibilities using this is my favorite one right here. I think we could have a whole package of this, of just some sunflowers, and that's that. It comes 6 by 6, and you're gonna get 12 of each of the, or 4 of each of the 12 designs. So hi Betty, welcome. Okay, so we're gonna start. I just randomly chose a design, but I want to show you how to how we're gonna cut it. First of all, let me kind of walk you through. So we're gonna use a note card, okay, and we're gonna cut our paper so it fits on the note card. All right, so let me grab a bone folder here, and just so I can burnish this fold a little bit better. It's like it's out of whack here. Let's get these two ends lined up. It's not quite folded in half. Okay, so we are going to create a card that's in landscape. There's you can, because I want to use the rest of it for my envelope flap, so I really want to go landscape so that the envelope flap is landscape as well. So our note card base is 3.5 by 5 inches. So that's what we need to trim off this. We're going to do a 3.5 inch strip, and then the rest will be for our envelope. So I think I want to showcase this in my window. Okay. So we're going to just trim off 3.5 inches. And then I've got this for my envelope, and we're going to trim off, we need it down to 5 inches, but I'm going to do a 1/2 inch first because I need a little piece to decorate the inside, and then that still leaves another 1/2 inch of scrap. Okay, so this is going to just get glued onto here. All right, but we're going to just set that aside for right now, and we're going to die cut. So let's pull in our Stamp Cut and Emboss machine, and I've got gunk all over it. So let's pull this in, and let's look at our Grove dies. So these are the dies we're going to use. Okay, it kind of creates like a woodland type effect with trees. This is what's going to create our window, and this coordinates with a stamp set. So there's some deer and trees in here, and some mountains. Did I keep, let me see if I can find the stamp set here. Let's see. Here we go. So here's the stamp set right here that goes with this. So there's dies that will cut out these images and the deer, and there's some great words as well. But we're gonna just really use this die here for the front of our card, okay? So let's let's do some die cutting here. We're going to start out with a half, oh, I almost forgot. We got to step it back for a minute. I wanted to do some blending on our card front. I felt it was easier to do our blending now versus after we do our die cutting. So we're going to pull in some pecan pie and use a blending brush. So let's just open this up and we're going to pick up some ink, and I'm just going to highlight like the edges here. And I've been doing a lot of blending because I have samples of all 12 designs to share with you at the end. And let's see. Even if you didn't create a window on this card, you could still use the note card as a fun fold on the inside of your card as well. So let's just burnish some color on here, as deep or as light as you want. Pretty much the center is going to get die cut out, so I'm not worried about that too much. I want some deep color around the edges. Okay, I think that looks good enough. So let's just close up our ink pad. Hi Donna, welcome. Okay, so now we've got some pecan pie blended on there. So this is really a quick card. So let's got some gunk here. So we're gonna just simply take our die, and I'm just leaving like about a ½ inch here on the bottom with your die, with the die, and then kind of centering it from side to side. You all see that? There we go. Okay, let's see. What did I do with my, here we go, my clear plate. So we need to put a clear plate on there and run it through here. Sometimes I forgot to grab my wax paper. I was using wax paper earlier in between the die, and it kind of helps make everything pop out a lot nicer. So keep that in mind. Okay, we're good there. So, and lots of times I just like tap it and try to get all those bits and pieces out. If you have a die brush, you can do that as well, or you can use your piercing tool to get the remaining little pieces of cardstock out of your die. Okay, so this really kind of folds out really easily, but let's just grab our piercing tool and just pop these out. And by doing that blending, it really makes it easier versus after you do the die cutting beforehand. Okay, let's finish this. It's looking pretty good. You know, this is a die I really haven't used much before, so I'm kind of happy to pull it out. And this is a carryover from last year, so it's in our catalog. It's in the bundle section. Let's see, in the 24 to 25 annual catalog. You're going to find it up here on page 77. Okay, that's where you find that. Hi Kathy, welcome. All right, let's get rid of all these bits and pieces here. Look at that. So this is what's going to create our little window, and this is what's going to showcase our designer paper. Isn't that really cool? Okay, so let's adhere our designer paper here to the cardstock here. Okay, so we're going to just add some liquid glue to our designer paper. It's a beautiful day here in central New York again. The weather is a lot warmer than it was. Let's see, let's get this on the correct way, Nancy. It's still sunny out, but it's gotten a lot warmer. I actually turned our air back on. I like to be cool. All right. So I'm going to trim a little bit off the edges here. This one edge. There we go. Got just a little bit. Okay. and just give that a nice burnish. So this, remember I talked about I wanted to embellish with a little bit of this, so let's just add this little strip on here for, I'm gonna look to see, do I have it upside down? Okay, put this yellow up here, and this will give us a little bit of highlight in the center of our card. There we go. And then we're gonna just add a little bit more of this mossy meadow, a little 1/8 strip here along the mossy meadow. There we go. And just give it a little trim. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you come and, whoops, here we go, subscribe to my newsletter if you like to get PDFs of some of these tutorials that I do here and share with you here on my lives. I go live every Wednesday and Friday at 3 p.m. approximately. I try to be on time at 3 p.m. but you know, I was late again today. Okay, so isn't that really cool? I mean, even this as a note card would be totally fine, right? Because you could easily do this and make a really simple and easy set of note cards. So, I mean, because we're going to just create a simple greeting. We're going to use Thinking of You from the Simply Said stamp set, okay? And we're going to just trim this off. This is 5/8 strip of cardstock right here, and we'll put a little bit of adhesive there, and then I have, I think this is 3/8, yes, 3/8 inch strip of early espresso that we'll just layer underneath just to highlight that greeting a little bit. Angle the ends again. So you could easily just make a simple note card using this, you know, just put it wherever you decided you wanted it to go and be done. It would make a great set for your friends or family. But we're going to put it on the inside of our card so we can see that shine through. So let's add this here, okay. And I even did some with the Meandering Meadows dies as well, which are really cool. So you can kind of look through your dies to see what you have and what would work. Okay. So would anybody before this think about using your die like this and a note card to do this? Okay, so we're going to add our greeting here, and I totally forgot about some gems or embellishments. I meant to add some linen thread to this, so we'll add some linen thread to this. So I'm going to just add this up into here, and I want to make sure I'm not having any of my dimensionals kind of pop through or show through where the holes are die cut, because otherwise it's going to stick to the card front. Okay. All right, so let's see. I think I've got some linen thread here. Some bows already tied, so let's I think we could just put a bow right there. Okay, let's grab this. So make sure you come back next Wednesday because I have another card sketch for you, and we're going to use the Sweet Days of Autumn designer paper that I showed on Wednesday. Remember that beautiful paper that's part of the scrapbooking lineup? So we're going to do a card with that on Wednesday. Again, another sketch card. You're going to love it. Okay, I think I like this, but I didn't think about gems. What do I have? I almost want to do like a black, or let's see, what do I have? I didn't really think about that. Let me grab something up here. Here we go. We'll use some of these because we could either go with the copper or the dark espresso. So let's see. Here's a copper. So there's the espresso. I think the espresso. So let's add some of these espresso sequins on here. I gotta think for a minute. Where should we put one? Okay, let's put a single one right there. And I like to kind of wiggle these on there just so I make sure that glue dot that's on these, the adhesive, is gonna make it stick. Okay, I think I like that. What do you guys think? So here's our card. There we go. And then open it up, and there's our inside. All right, isn't that cool? I'll have to add some of those espressos. And now we have our designer paper left that will match this cardstock, and we will have used the whole piece of 6x6 other than this little 1/2-inch strip. That's all the waste there is left using that paper. So you can make a lot of cards. Well, 48 cards out of a package and give as gifts. And you could always use the back side if you wanted to, but I love showing off this designer paper. There we go. Okay, what do you think? You got lots of ideas now for... Okay, good, Betty. It's like a perfect card. Even if you didn't want that, you could glue it onto the front side of this if you wanted to. You know, just cut the whole piece so it does that. But I kind of like this little note card idea here to open it up, and it's like having another little surprise, you know? And I think it looks great. And that landscape just kind of like, no matter what you do, it just looks great with this die. Okay, let's trim our envelope, and then I'll share with you the other designs. So you can make sure, if you love some of this stuff, here's my September host code. And don't forget, when you spend $50 or more, you get a thank you gift in the mail from me. And this month is a set of 4 cards, and I share a picture of it in my newsletter. Okay, so there's our card right there. So let's check out my other cards, and I gotta think where they are. Right here, Nancy. All right, so let's look at these, and then I'll also share with you some other ideas with some different papers as well. Okay, well, maybe I'll share those first, because I need to definitely, I think I like the linen thread, the bow here. All right, and then and the I don't know, they're not really espresso, but they're not really copper, whatever color sequins they are. All right, so let's look at, so here is the Thoughtful Journey paper. Okay, this easily could work so well with this as well. So look at that, you know, and even this would still, well, that one might be, it could be on the fence, right? That one could be, let me find, I did the Meandering Meadow. Let's see, here we go. Here's the Meandering Meadow card right here, but this maybe could work, you know, with that right there. It'd create a nice cool window right there. Okay. Let's see. So there's those. I think this one would probably work good with that. And then, I don't know, let's look at this. I think I like the Meandering Meadow, you know. You would just have to, you know, figure out which way is portrait. That's going to work well with your different designs. Even this could work as well with that. Or let's see how this looks on here. That looks kind of cool too, you know. All right, you get my drift, right? So check out your different scenic papers for design. So that was the Thoughtful Journey. And then let's look at the Meandering Meadow. Here's a card that I did do. I originally was going to do that. So I did that one with the Meandering Meadow. Okay. we can look at. So these scenes are definitely a little bit similar to the Splendid Autumn. So I think this would definitely go well with the Splendid Autumn paper. All right. So check out that too, because there's just so many uses that you can use in your paper crafting. Okay. Let me clean off my desk here a little bit more because it's definitely messy. Don't you like how we just go whoops? Okay, let's get rid of this and let's zoom out again a little bit more. Not sure if I really zoomed in too much. Hang on. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so here's design number 1. And then here, I did use that meandering meadow, okay? So you could have it open this way. And I started cutting just, this was the 1 inch that was left over, and that was just really kind of too wide. Okay, so there's that. Let me show you the other meandering meadow. Oh, this was cool. I like this. This one was a little tricky on how I cut it. So you could also have an open this way as well. There's just so many possibilities in creating that fun fold, right? So there's that one, and then we've got this right here. I love this paper. And then here's this scenery. This looks kind of like a really cool, like, I don't know, that you'd see like a sunset type look. Look at that, just gorgeous. Here's another one right here. You can see that beautiful paper. And then this is like a field of flowers here. And then here's some fall trees right here. And let me keep the envelopes together. There we go. Just really fun. Fun. Okay, let's look at this one. And then we've got this one right here. I think they're pumpkins in the patch. And then finally, here's this one. All right, so I hope this has inspired you, and you want to go in and create and share some of those creations with others. Start making some gifts for the holidays, because there's nothing more, you know, it's so great to have little gifts on hand for someone, for those last minute parties or invitations you get, or your friends get together, and just have some table favors. So get out there and create. Let me know if you create one of these, because I would love to know if you used the paper or had some different paper that you used, and just create. So hopefully I've inspired you, and thanks so much for tuning in. Come back next Wednesday. It will be a recording, okay? Because next week is my vendor show at my quilt show. So if you're local, come visit me and say hi. There's going to be over 100 beautiful quilts on display, and we have some really beautiful quilters that just do wonderful work. Some of them have, you know, win national awards. So yes. Anyway, so they'll be recording on Wednesday and Friday. That's my plan. Okay, I got to do the recording yet and make sure I post it so it releases. So, but I could be in the comments. All right. So thanks so much, everybody, and we will see you again soon. Bye bye.